What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 8, Episode 5. So if you haven't seen Episode 5 of Season 8 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free, and easy way, anonymous way to support my channel. It's the best way you can help support my channel. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. That's why I should have slowed my speaking down right there. Yeah, I might stop to regain my thoughts like I just did. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Yeah, comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of this week's episode, if I forget anything, or if I'm off on anything, something you thought I should have brought up that I didn't, let me know in the comments. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this week's episode, probably the lowest I've ever graded a show. I'm giving this episode a D-, like damn near an F. Like, this episode was so... It was so cringy. It was draggy. It was slow. Like, some scenes I feel like they just threw in there. It was just like, what am I watching? I got bored, like, I got bored in, like, the first 5 minutes of the show. Just, like, the scenes were repeating themselves. It was just, like, it was just a lot going on and nothing going on at all at the same damn time. So I'm going to give this episode a D-. Yeah, if you feel like you want to grade it higher or you got a difference of opinion, of course, leave it in the comments. I'm not against it or not. I'm not against it at all. Yeah, Last Chance, Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 8, Episode 5. If you have not seen it, turn this video off because I don't want to spoil it for you. Okay, so the episode begins, of course, where we left off in last week's episode. The doctor comes to Andy. Doctor comes to Andy. He's telling her, Gary suffered a seizure. He's worse. His condition is worsening. We're doing everything we can. Blase, blase. Hudson comes over, tells the doctor, Andy doesn't have a right to know anything because I'm the power of attorney, and you make sure you tell your staff that she don't have the right to know nothing neither, and unless you want me to sue y'all. So the doctor's like, oh, okay, sir, and he scurries off. So then Hudson, he started, questioning how Andy got Robin to represent her. And, Andy's like, he's a colleague and a friend. And Hudson, he brings up the fact that Andy and Robin slept together. And Andy raises her hand to slap Hudson. Hudson grabs her arm to stop her. It just looked like it was so plain, like 3, 2, 1, slap him. It was just so, I was just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So now at the salon, Karen, she's beginning to blame Pam for the woman now wanting to sue and possibly take her salon. And Pam is trying to assure Karen, like, I'm telling you, my product did not damage this woman's hair. And part of me, I feel like that's true because I feel like we haven't seen her give this product out to a lot of people. And this is the first person that's coming and saying, we ain't seen nobody else come and say that this product did anything to them. I just feel like, and then this woman has no proof. I just feel like it's a lot of missing pieces. So I really don't think that the product did anything to this woman's hair. If anything, I feel like it's probably testing Karen and Pam's friendship, because Karen is immediately going off on Pam, and this lady ain't even got no proof. And what if it's not true? And what if this didn't do this to this woman's hair? Now Pam gonna be looking at me like, damn, you ain't even believing your girl, type shit. But either way, the woman is still in the salon. Like, at first of all, I would have been kicked this damn bitch out the damn salon. But the woman is still in the salon, going live on her phone, bashing Roots to Riches. Hayden gets to his office to find Marie Willis in there. So Marie Willis is back. And, of course, Marie in this moment realizes Hayden's still salty because Marie is the one that backed Andy up to get her promotion. And she's like, Andy is the one that helped keep my money from my husband. She helped me. She the reason why my husband didn't get any of my money. And of course, then Hayden brings up the investigation into Gary's stabbing. Marie, you know, she's confident. I don't think Andy would hurt a fly. Andy couldn't hurt a fly. It's like saying Andy didn't hurt Gary. And I'm like, you trying to tell us something, Marie? Maybe. So Hayden's like, well, what do you want? And in this scene, in this one part of the scene, they make it seem like Marie just there to get some dick from Hayden. Which I feel like she must like trash dick, because Fatima and Tamira have both basically let the viewers know that Hayden has trash dick. But Marie seems to not care. I don't know. Maybe he give good fellatio. I don't know. But so then we get this cringy ass, I feel like, scene that didn't even need to be there. I feel like they don't know what to do with Marisa and Paige's characters, so they just like, fuck it, let's throw some shit in there. Marisa and the white girl Paige at Sabrina and Marisa's job, they going back and forth about a pen. Sabrina comes out there to intervene. Rich comes to take Sabrina out to lunch, and Sabrina's like, I'm going to have to rain check because I have to watch Marisa and Paige. But then Danny calls her drunk, getting drunk somewhere. And Sabrina's like, oh, well, I gotta leave work and go help my girl. It's just like, okay, I'm just so over this shit. So then Marie, she tells Hayden that she wants him to look over a business proposal, make sure everything is in order, and whatever the case may be, which we all know is roots to riches. And, you know, Hayden just bashing some edge control shit. This is what you want to get into? Some ghetto bitch making the edge control? I'm just like, damn, they couldn't make Hayden more misogynistic, but okay. We go back to Karen's salon, and now all of a sudden the woman is there with a whole mob, and they chanting about the Roots to Riches product, about Pam's product being trash. And I'm just like, if they don't get these bitches out of here, call the police on them or something, like, really? Just letting them in there just rant. It's just so non-realistic. And every time we flash back to them at the salon, the crowd is still yelling the shit, and Pam and Karen are just like, oh my God, is grabbing their hair. I'm just like, this is not believable. Why do you make them seem so slow, like, or just like so blonde-headed, blue-eyed? It's nothing against, but, you know, y'all know what I mean when I say that. Anyway, we get this dumbass scene where Andy is in her condo, overwhelmed, thinking about Gary, starts freaking out, talking to herself, throws her wine glass. I'm just like, what are we doing here? She then gets a text from someone who we find out later is from Jordan, saying that he needs to see her and that he's on his way to her, because she's like, I'm at home. It's like, okay. So now, we're back at Hayden's office. Marie is like, you know, you should be thanking me that you still have a job. She basically hints that she's the reason why Robin hasn't fired him. So then Marie leaves out of the office, and Fatima comes in and was like, well, what was that about? What was Marie doing here? So now Sabrina, she meets up with Danny. Danny knows, she tells Sabrina about how ever since what happened to Gary, Tony don't want to have sex with her. He just want her to focus on therapy, getting her mind right, emotions right, whatever the case may be. And Sabrina's like, well, at least, you know, he doesn't want you for your body. You know, just trying to give her encouragement. These scenes are just so blah. Danny then tells Sabrina about Tony signing her up for the leadership program, and Sabrina's like, well, that's a good thing, right? And Danny's like, you know, she's explaining that she doesn't like how Tony is trying to change her into something that she's not. And it's just like, okay, we done seen all this. And she's talking about how her therapist is trying to set boundaries, which I thought was weird, because, like, you're supposed to reach out to a therapist when you feel like you're going through it. But her therapist don't even feel like she should be reaching out as much. We go back to the salon, which, of course, the damn crowd is still in there chanting about the Roots to Riches. And Karen and Pam are just grabbing their hair. And then Trey comes in, and he's just like, what's going on here? I don't know. We get a dumbass scene where Hayden goes to Fatima, threatening to replace her and to tell Robin about her gangster life. Saying that Andy lost her job, just talking shit about Andy. It's just like a whole bunch of the same old. Like, really. Literally the same old. This episode was so dragged, so annoying. We cut away to Andy in her house, starting to question if Jordan may be the one that stabbed Gary. We go back to Sabrina and Danny. Sabrina is trying to reassure Danny that Tony is just wants the best for her. Danny feels as though Tony's trying to fix her like some sort of project. She's like, you know, but I'm good with my life. She's like, if it was vice versa, I'd be considered controlling if I was trying to fix his life. But since he's trying to fix my life, he's just trying to help. I mean, she did make sense in that moment, but I'm just like, at this point, I'm mad because the episode is trash. So then Sabrina almost brings up Preston, and Danny's going on fake drunk. Fuck Preston. Fuck Tony. And the next thing you know, Tony and Rich walk in. So, and I'm just like, so did Sabrina call Rich? Because you just turned him down for lunch. But then y'all walk in. I'm just like, okay. Another thing, what happened with Hayden packing his bags and supposed to be about to leave or some shit? Now he at the office taking on Andy's clients. It's just like, is the writers forgetting what the fuck they wrote about? Fatima stops by the house for lunch, complaining about Hayden. Zach then brings up adding Robin to the suspect board, since in last week's episode, Fatima told Zach about Gary swindling Robin out of his money and out of the company, or trying to swindle him out of the company, whatever the case may be. So then Fatima's like, well, we probably should add Marie Willis to the board too. Starts telling Zach about how Marie and some of her friends invested into Gary when he was just starting out and they lost a lot of money, whatever. So then Zach makes an assumption that maybe Hayden and Marie Willis could be working together. And Fatima's like, well, you know, Hayden and Zach are boys. I mean, Hayden and Gary are boys. And Zach's like, well, maybe Hayden and Gary had a falling out that we don't know about. So I was like, oh, yeah, so they don't know about the whole Tamara situation. So we go back to the salon. They're still chanting the dumbass Rooster Richards shit. Trey suggests that Karen and Pam settle with the woman. And I'm just like, why are they even considering settling with this bitch? And she has no proof. We ain't seen no other people complaining about it or anything, whatever the case may be. Pam is still adamant that her product didn't damage this woman's hair. The mob continues to chant. Next thing you know, Marie walks in. Like, what the hell is going on? We get this final scene. Jordan doesn't show up to Andy's penthouse alone. He shows up with Penelope. Penelope begins to point the finger at Andy. She's like, you and Gary wrecked our lives, and slaps the shit out of Andy, and that's how it ends. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, this episode is just so damn trash. Like I said, I would still give it a D-. Penelope, you fucked your own life up with Gary before y'all even met Andy. So you can't blame that shit on Andy. She didn't even know y'all knew Gary. Of course, why would she know? Because that means y'all was together at the same time with Gary. Y'all figured that out. It's just like she tried to warn you about Gary when she did find out. It's just like, Penelope, you just as dumb as Andy. I get where Danny coming from, but I'm just like, I'm not trying to hear this shit. You soaking in yourself. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Really. You just got a man that's trying to support you. It's not that deep. Rich and Sabrina, blah. Maurice and Paige, blah. Like I said, I don't think Pam's product did that to the woman's hair. I think Karen and them should be good. They just need to find out what actually happened with this woman before she sue them and actually win because of the fact that they so scared. I don't know, but... And yeah, I'm looking at Marie Willis like maybe she did do something. Who knows? Who knows at this point, but... Like I said, this episode was like hella trash. I don't even care about what's going to happen in the next week's episode. We shall see. Only thing I did think that was cute for next week's episode, I see Zach's son is going to finally speak. It looked like he got bigger or they replaced him with a different child. I don't know, but we shall see. Those are my thoughts or what have yous for this week's episode, some of next week's episode. Like I said, D-. If you want to grade it higher, lower, you got something you feel like I didn't talk about, or if I forgot something, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel. That's the best way you can do to help support this channel for free, anonymously, by just liking and subscribing. Help me get to over 300 subscribers, which isn't even a lot, but that's how I build, is just by getting more and more subscribers. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.